brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Jets.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first and 10, it's Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
26.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Rodgers going to throw. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown!
Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On play action, Rodgers. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that was a gutsy call. In today's NFL, that is a passing down, but they broke tendency, and in a big way, and they were rewarded.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kenneth Gainwell
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
and the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 8 yards out.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down, Eagles.
On first down, Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Brown the motion man right. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 58 yards.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's
Good play.
the fact they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick-6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
A 5-yard loss leads to 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Rodgers now to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hurts.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 18-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jets are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Over the middle to Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll give to Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Rodgers throwing here. Caught by Cobb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
Now Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crop.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be...
Yo, GG's, my guys. Thank you for staying. I know this was a rough game, but you did do the best you could, and I really do appreciate that. Have a good one. Take care, man. Be safe.
Now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.
That's what we call complete domination. A-Rod can sling still. He just better not tear his ACL next season. I want to see the Jets go further than what they did this year. No, that guy was a trooper for staying, because, oh my God, I would have never stayed. 45-21 is an insane game.
You've been watching the NFL on EA